Let's look at this coin TET and the project Tectum. It has grown by 700% in the past 30 days, peaking at over 1000%, and it seems to be correcting for another major rally. Tectum is the only blockchain that can process over 1 million transactions per second without sacrificing any of the components of the blockchain trilemma. This might seem unbelievable to you as a blockchain enthusiast, but the thing is, Tectum is not built the way other blockchains are built. I had to take myself out of the box of what I know about blockchain to be able to comprehend Tectum. In this video, we're going to take a deep dive into various aspects of Tectum, including technology, team, development, tokenomics, use cases, adoption, and price prediction for 2024. Please note that this video is me shining light on Tectum, so you are educated about it. If you want to invest in Tectum, do your own research and understand the risks with investing in crypto before making an investment. Now, let's get to the video proper. Tectum's history started in the 1980s with one of the project's core developers who worked on software for use in submarines. The computer infrastructure used in submarines needs to have sufficient redundancy built into a design to ensure it remains operational during partial flooding of the vessel. If damage occurs in the submarine and water rushes in at multiple sites, the system needs to remain operational. This early system had some of the properties of distributed ledger, as they need to be self-healing, redundant, and decentralized. After the arrival of the blockchain in 2009, the Tectum team realized that it had a relatively superior understanding of distributed ledger technology based on this experience compared to the rest of the nascent blockchain community. So they already have a working model. They don't need to start from the scratch. This is one of the reasons the Tectum blockchain is written in Delphi, which is one of the oldest and the most powerful coding languages. Then they built SoftNote. This is a commercial product that you and I can use right away. It basically helps to scale Bitcoin and any other chain. How it works is quite impressive. I get to learn about it as we progress. Now, to take home how Tectum was built, we have to look at the monetary system and how it has evolved. A perfect monetary system should have 4 main features: security to prevent counterfeiting and theft, scalability to enable the system to be used worldwide, fungibility to allow for each unit of currency to have the same value, and decentralization of control to avoid manipulation for political gain and endless temptation by issuers to create more currency out of thin air. Now, looking through history, gold was good for money. It cannot be counterfeited, it is decentralized and fungible, but it had low scalability due to its weight, size, and indivisibility. The gold-backed paper money was introduced to scale gold, but it was highly centralized, and the government ended up printing more money than the backed gold and eventually taking paper money off the gold standard. Then Bitcoin came in 2009 to save the day. We call it digital gold. It is decentralized, secured, it cannot be counterfeited, and it is fungible, but it doesn't scale. Not in terms of weight, but in terms of TPS. Bitcoin can only process 7 transactions per second, and you have to wait 10 minutes to confirm your transaction. But most platforms require strict confirmation, making Bitcoin unsuitable for everyday high-frequency transaction, and the high transaction fee makes it unsuitable for micropayments. One solution to Bitcoin scaling for micropayments is the Lightning network, but the Lightning network has a scaling problem of its own, because to use the Lightning network, 2 transacting parties have to open a channel and commit some amount of Bitcoin, but the transaction volume is limited by the number of Bitcoin initially committed. Not only this, the disadvantages of the Lightning network has been confirmed in El Salvador, where it was highly used. Lightning network has been faced with several vulnerabilities, including griefing attacks. Funds are in loss, but it causes the victim's Lightning fund to be frozen so that the payment channel cannot process any transaction. Fraud and loot. Attackers force many victims to claim their fund from the blockchain at the same time. This is flawed. The attacker uses this congestion to steal funds that were unable to be claimed before the deadline. This is the loot. The next one is time dilation attack. An attacker lengthens the time a victim becomes aware of new blocks by delaying block delivery. Then finally, we have the pinning attack. An attacker tricks a victim to closing their lightning channel improperly and steal individuals' transaction. Now you might say, what of other blockchains like BNB, Layer 2s, Solana, and the rest of them? They still face the problem of either centralization, network outages, or even high fees. Tectum solves all these problems from the architecture of its blockchain. They are not trying to solve the problem of Bitcoin's blockchain as most chains are. Look at it this way. There is distributed ledger technology, which I've made a video about on this channel. The Bitcoin blockchain was built as an application of this technology, but it has its flaws. Most chains were built to solve the problem of Bitcoin's blockchain. Tectum is not doing this. It simply built its own blockchain as an application of the distributed ledger technology, using its own architecture. This is because they had done this even before Bitcoin was created. Remember, since 1980, as applied in submarines, you have to think outside the box to really, get this one. I can't discuss the whole architecture of Tectum's blockchain in this video, so I'll leave the link to the white paper in the description. It is well explained there. Going forward, let's see how you and I can use Tectum through the SoftNote. SoftNote is built on Tectum. It basically helps to scale Bitcoin, everything crypto and anything tokenizable. Let me explain it with this analogy. So these are two friends, Treasure and Blinks. Treasure wants to send Bitcoin to Blinks. He will have to send it over Bitcoin network and pay transaction fee around $5 or more. Say you want to send Ethereum. We have to send it over the Ethereum network and pay a high transaction fee, say $6 to $30. What he could do is to use SoftNote. Picture SoftNote like an envelope. He will put the Bitcoin into the envelope and send it to Blinks, paying zero transaction fee. You can send it over Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram, text message, or even in person. Now, it works in such a way that when it is sent, the PIN code to open the envelope will only be known by the receiver and no longer by the sender. You can try this out today after watching this video to fully understand how it works. Sending the soft notes can be likened to not sending the Bitcoin to another person, but transferring ownership of the wallet address containing the Bitcoin to the person. So there is added security and privacy in the transaction. And since there are multiple mediums of transferring the ownership, it can really scale. And again, since it is free, it can be used for micro payments. SoftNote can carry any crypto, NFT, or any tokenizable assets. At the beginning of this video, I mentioned that TET coin did over 10x in the past 90 days. TET is a utility token of Tectum SoftNote. It is used to mint the SoftNote. Once the SoftNote is minted, it is empty. You can now add the assets you want it to carry. Over 1.7 billion SoftNotes have been minted so far, carrying about $761 million in liquidity. Tectum is audited by Cyberscope. It has a score of 85%, which is termed very low risk. Now, where it's called low is in decentralization. However, according to the white paper, it is envisaged that Tectum blockchain will decentralize in 3 phases, starting at private blockchain model, which is currently the configuration, and ending with fully decentralized public and open source ledger. The maximum supply of TET is 10 million. TET circulating supply is over 70% of this. And at the time of making this video, according to CoinGecko, the market cap is 234,470,000 841, and the fully diluted market cap is $319,950,088. Now, there's a formula I like to use, which is FDV over M cap. If you apply the values to the formula, it gives 1.3. If this value is below 1, we say it is undervalued. Between 1 and 2, we say it is fairly valued. And above 4, we say it is overvalued. Looking at TET, it is safe to say it is fairly valued. The product is great, the usage is increasing. All the product needs now is the right bull season hype to send it to the moon. However, conduct your own research, understand the risks involved with investing in crypto before making a purchase. Now guys, Tectum can be applied in a lot more things beside SoftNote. I'll leave all links in the description.